Ladies and gentlemen, old guy coming at you again from Top Gear Power Sports in Roselle, Illinois. This is a 2024 Moto Guzzi V100 Mandello S. Not cheap, $17,490, but you do get quite a bit for your money. Electronic suspension, front and rear, really cool look. The transverse V-twin is always a cool thing to see. And well, it's, like I said, unique. You do not see a lot of these bikes around. So, interesting. Let's take a close look at this bike, take a look at the engine, take a look at the specs, see what we got, and then take it for a little ride, see how it feels on the road. All right, so as I mentioned, transverse V-twin engine, really decent size. It's very low to the ground though, so standing it up probably won't be too difficult. 513 pounds claimed wet weight. So this is 1042 cc V-twin, 115 claimed brake horsepower at 8,700 RPMs, 77 foot-pounds of torque at 6,750. Okay, so in the front, we do have an electronically adjustable front suspension. It's a 120/70/17 front tire, dual 320 millimeter brake disc, 4-piston calipers from Brembo, steel braided brake lines, all the bells and whistles for the front. This is actually electronic as well, so it'll move as a wind deflector. It's kind of interesting. Let's check the rear. So out back, we do have an electronic single rear shock. This is a 190/55/17 rear tire. It has a 280 millimeter brake disc, 2-piston caliper, and it does have a really nice single-sided swing arm. It's got a lot of tech and it's got a lot of features. So I'm very excited to take this bike on the road to see how it feels. So for a seat height, this claims 32 inches. It also claims a wet weight of 513 pounds. So not light, but not super heavy either for a big sports touring style bike or a big 80, I don't know what this is. If it's an ADV or sports tour, I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest with you. It is going to be interesting to take it on the road. So at 5'9", I don't like the position of the foot pegs. I can tell you that right now because my leg kind of either right in front or out here. I'm always on the balls of my feet though. This tank is not stupid wide, but it's a little wide. The seat is comfortable to sit on, but seems maybe a little stiff. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to see how that translates to the road. Reach to the bars. This does have adjustable brake and clutch lever. Reach to the bars is quite comfortable. You're very upright. Yeah, it's a nice seating position, to be honest with you. Go to the peg. I don't know about the stand-up position on this bike, how it will feel. So that'll be unique too. We'll have to try that when we take it on the road. Let's get a sound check. See, now that's interesting. The other Moto Guzzis that I've ridden, they shift this way when you start because of the transverse V. This one shifts this way. It shifts the other direction. Yeah, it kind of shifts itself towards the kickstand side. It's got a decent sound to it though. It's not bad. Let's take it for a ride, see how it is. This does have a quick shifter. Not a smooth one, at least to start. Yeah, it may smooth out a little bit, but again, I've mentioned before, twins, parallel twins, generally the quick shifters are not perfect. You know, there's a little bit of jerk, a little bit of lag, that kind of thing. It's just the nature of the engine you're riding. You get into the triples, the V4s, quick shifters start getting V4s, inline fours, I should say too, as well. The quick shifters start getting really smooth, you know. So just a thing. So to start off with, there's not the pegs do not have a lot of vibration, which is nice, but I'm also in a very low RPM range right now.
this an up and down quick shifter? Let's find out. It is. Okay, so let's get those RPMs up just a little bit. We're at like 45, 5,000 at second gear, 38 miles an hour. Yeah, good amount of vibration in the hands. Feet still not so much. So, yeah. I'm gonna do a stop. This does have heated grips. Without a doubt, I'm sure that you can get a larger windscreen if you're going to do that kind of riding. I'm glad personally that it does not have that right now. See, jerk. Just does not have self-canceling turn signals. It's just another level of tech, you know. And this bike is, while this bike is not cheap, and it probably should have self-canceling turn signals, it's just worth noting. Feels very, very comfortable going around that short curve. It's about the only curve I get. It's not short on power. I short shifted, but I was already at 60 anyway. It's decently quick. Lurch. Yeah, that quick shifter's, like I mentioned, it's not exactly the smoothest thing in the world. I'd probably, for the most part on this bike, I'd probably just bypass the quick shifter. The hand grips are actually pretty big. So it makes for pretty comfortable position. This TFT is actually pretty legible too. I mean, RPM gauge, miles per hour, you got a fuel gauge, big gear indicator so you can see that, the odometer. Yeah, I can get much smoother just shifting myself. Your stand-up riding position isn't very good. I mean, it's just not. I mean, you'd prefer you're a little bit more straightforward. This, when you stand up, it kind of pitches you forward. Handlebars are very low, so if I was going to make a critique, I would think that they should make those. I think they should make the handlebars taller. I mean, they're plenty wide, so the width of the handlebar is not an issue. It's just the height. But if you're going to a stand-up position, I don't want to be like falling over trying to see. You know, this, of course, this bike isn't off-road, but if you're going to be doing any kind of a longer distance, anybody who's ever done longer distance, being able to stand up on a bike is incredibly beneficial. I mean, of all the Moto Guzzis, obviously this is the fastest one that I've ridden. It's the biggest one they make. I would like to ride some of the, I'd actually really love to find a Moto Guzzi, the California, you know, the cruiser style, just to try one. I know they don't make it anymore, but I'd like to try one. I mean, this bike does have cruise control. It's got all the bells and whistles. You know, it's just... I mean, how does this compare against other bikes in this price point? I mean, you have... I mean, what, you got the Versus 1000 that's in this price point. top of the line Tiger 900s in this price. A little bit more money, you got the Pan America. You have a lot of bikes in this price point that are, you know, either ADV or, you know, sports touring, that kind of thing, or long distance touring. I mean, I don't know. I have to think about it. I will have to think about it. I'll have to let you know at the end here to see how this bike kind of fares against those. I mean, would I buy this or would I buy those? I would definitely avoid the quick shifter at low RPMs or in the lower gear. Just not worth it. This is a very comfortable motorcycle to ride. I mean, yeah, you could spend a lot of time in it. The seat is pretty plush. So, it's not bad. It really is not bad. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. $2024 Moto Guzzi V100 Mandello S. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's got a nice look to it, nice style to it. It looks very interesting with that V sticking out. This is actually a modern engine. It's liquid cooled. Yeah, it's unique. It really is. It's unique. It's really funny though, because the other Moto Guzzis shift this way on revs like that. This one shifts that way. So I'll show you. Yeah. Okay. So I would buy the Tiger 900 first before I bought this. It roughly the same price point. I think you're getting a little bit more bike for that. That being said, this is a status thing. I mean, it's a Moto Guzzi. If you want to be the only one of the only people that has one, this would be the bike. Because I can count on one hand how many of these I've actually seen on the road. And that one hand says 0. I have never seen one of these actually ridden on the road. I've seen Tiger 900s. I've seen Tiger 12s. But never a V100 Mandello from Moto Guzzi. So, a status thing? Yeah, you buy this if that's what you're looking for. And it's a good bike. It rides very nice. It's got plenty of power. But if I was going to buy a long distance tour, it'd be the Tiger 9. Alright, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming along. I appreciate Top Gear Power Sports for letting me try this bike. Share it with everybody. Good dealership. Check them out. They have wonderful Aprilias, as you can see. And yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody stays safe. And as always, just enjoy the ride.